This is my second YouTube video on my new channel. So today I decided to pay a little bit of tribute to someone that I have been watching a lot of videos lately, and her name is Gabbie. She is the star of the Gabbie Show here on YouTube, and I will link her below. It is a full face tutorial using mostly drugstore products.
So that is a plus.
Anyway, she has been killing it with her makeup lately. I was watching a video of hers and she had this orangey, yellowy thing with winged eyeliner and dark lips, and I was like,
I am into that look.
I used a very, very inexpensive palette from a place where apparently you shouldn't get makeup. You're gonna find out all the problems that I had with it. This is the look that I came up with. It is inspired by her, but this is what I came up with on her behalf. So without further ado, here comes the makeup part. First, I'm starting off with my Botanics facial oil, 100% organic, with Nourishing Rosehip. For my foundation, I'm going to use the Maybelline New York Fit Me Matte Poreless, and it is the color 220 Natural Beige. I'm going to mix it with some of my primer, and I'm just going to use the Kat Von D Lock It Hydrating and Base Primer. And since it's on my hands already, I'm just going to go like this.
Make sure you have a towel nearby.
Go in with that beauty blender. Buff it out. Now this has a really light coverage, so I probably have to do it a couple of times to get it full coverage. This is the second coat, just to give it a little bit more coverage, and I didn't mix it with any primer. Just want to get rid of the redness that I have under my foundation. Bring it down the neck, just past the jawline. You don't want to look like a freak. Conceal under my eyes and around my jawline and a couple of my spotted areas. I just went to the store last night to replace my concealer, but they were all out, so I bought this one instead. This is the Rimmel London Match Perfection 2-in-1 Skin Tone Adapting Concealer and Highlighter. This is in the color 230 Fair/Light, and I was really concerned about how thick it was coming out, so I added in some of my facial oil to it, and I'm going to take the applicator of another concealer to mix it all together and apply it. Still kind of thick, but it's easier to spread. You don't want a very thick concealer because when you spread it, it could take off the makeup that you just laid down, which happens to me a lot. Set under my eyes and around all the areas where I crease, I'm going to use my NYC translucent powder and a $1 spongy. Make sure that your makeup isn't already creased before you set it. I know it looked crazy, but I have to keep this on my face and keep going.
This is what happens when you learn how the sausage gets made.
While my face sets, I'm going to move on to the eyes. Today I'm going to be using this giant, colorful eyeshadow palette. It's from Forever 21, and I can't tell you what it's called because it's literally just called eyeshadow palette. So I guess ask for that if you're looking for it in the store.
I'm sure that the people who work there will know exactly what you're talking about.
I'm using the Morphe brushes set. This is the 3D, I'll just put it right here. This is what it's called. Looks like this, 20 bucks. I'm really nervous about how these are gonna blend and how pigmented they are. They could really suck. Okay, we're gonna power through. I'm gonna take this fluffy brush. I'm gonna take this color right here. It's a really pale white yellow. I'm applying it all over my lid just to give a base coat so that the other eyeshadows will blend nicely on top of that. This is definitely a little bit more shimmery than I was expecting it to be. It's gonna look nice under the brow though. In the crease, she's got an orange going on, so I'm gonna go in with this light orange right here, just as a kind of base, so that if I choose to go in with a darker orange, it's gonna blend out nicer. And I'm gonna put it in the crease. I'm really bummed out with how shimmery these are turning out.
It's okay, we're gonna push through. Pushing through, pushing through.
I'm gonna darken up the crease with this darker orange. Put it right in the crease on top of the color that I just applied. It looks kind of orange up here, and then it fades into sort of a yellow. So to begin that fade, I'm going to use a transition shadow. This color right here. This is not very pigmented. Look at how light it is on the brush. Ooh, I'm so nervous. This isn't even coming out. Okay. This isn't even coming out. Switching brushes. It's kind of a type of flat brush like this that's a little bit fluffy. Hopefully that'll keep some of the color that's applied to the brush much yellower, so hopefully it'll go on the eyelid much yellower. There we go. Okay. Getting a little bit of color. We're doing great. I'm not too worried because it's just a transition shade for the darker yellow, but I am a little bit worried. Going in with a different fluffy brush, I'm going to pick up, this is an almost gold, and we're going to pop that all over the rest of the lid. And smooth it up into the crease. Can you tell I'm disappointed in these eyeshadows? I just have so many neutral colored eyeshadow palettes. I thought it would be fun to have a rainbow colored one, and this isn't fun at all. I'm gonna have to go back to that flat fluffy brush. They look really matte in the palette, and then when you put them on, they're so not pigmented and so shimmery. I'm very unhappy.
Don't buy this palette.
I'm really digging in there, trying to get some color. Blending it up into the crease so that the orange is almost not there anymore. I'm talking in this voice so that I can calm myself down. One last trick to save this look. I'm going to go in with the same brush that I was packing it down on top with, this one, and I'm going to get my color onto the brush, take a setting spray, spray it on top. And get some pigmentation out of it. Help me, setting spray. You're my only hope. It's working a little bit. Not as much as I had hoped, but it is working. But it's just creating this paste inside of my eyeshadow palette. It is clearly not built for being wet. I'm moving back to my face now. Just gonna take some more translucent powder and dust it all over my face. Using the Real Techniques by Sam and Nick. This is called the blush brush, but I use it for my face. but I don't want it to look like I contour with bronzer. I'm going to take my City Color Sun-Kissed Trio. I'm going to take a Morphe brush. This is kind of a blush brush. And just contour the cheeks the way that I would normally, but it comes out much softer. Bring it down past the jawline so that it blends out nicely and it doesn't look like you just changed the shape of your face by putting a bunch of brown on it. Bring the forehead contour into the cheek contour. So anyway, going in with my roller lash. Since I spent so much time on my eyeshadow, I'm curling my eyelashes with my mirror down here so that I don't get any on my eyeshadow, because I'm going to be super pissed if I do.
2 sets of eyelashes on.
Next, doing winged eyeliner. We are doing it with the Maybelline New York Ultra Liner Waterproof.
This is my go-to.
I never start at the corner. I always start along the lash line, and then I decide what shape I want to bring it up into.
And that's just the easiest thing that works for me. You can do it however you feel comfortable. Step number 1, to the perfect winged eyeliner complete. Yeah, lined your eyes.
She does a pretty bold eyeliner wing. Therefore, I will too. I did the top part and then the bottom part, bringing it up and attaching it, and now I'm just going to fill it in. Now comes the tricky part, getting it to match on the other eye. Alrighty, this is not going as well as the other eye did. They look completely different. Sometimes makeup is more science than art. Alright, now that we have these mostly matching, I'm going to go in with this Sephora eyeshadow palette. It's the Matte Metallic eyeshadow palette. And in here they have this really pretty color right here. And I'm going to use it as an inner corner highlight. I'm going to take this sort of rounded tip Morphe brush, dip it into that color, and pop it on the inner corner for a pop-in highlight. I'm going to go in with my NYX Jumbo pencil in Milk and put it on my lower lash line because she has way bigger eyes than I do. If there's one trick you need to make your eyes look bigger and more awake, it's putting a white eyeliner on your lower lash line. It's about to get real personal, so if you don't like seeing eyes, look away.
Next I'm going to do my eyebrows.
Do my eyebrows with my Ardell Medium Brown Brow Pomade. Boom. Using the brush that it came with. To gel those suckers up, I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. Cosmetics eyelash gel and eyebrow gel. Gel those puppies up because I like a fluffy brow. Her lips have been dark neutral tones lately, so I'm going to take my MAC lip liner. This is Whirl by MAC. And I'm going to go over top of that with ColourPop in Dopey. My friend Debbie gave this to me. I love you, Debbie. Lastly, to set all of this mess, going over it with my NYX Matte Finish Long Lasting Setting Spray.
This stuff is the bomb.
There's no lid on this. Good God. Just breathe that in my eyes. This is the completed look that I have recorded for you guys today. It is the best I could do with what I had. This is my tribute to the Gabbie show.
She's pretty dope.
So if you guys stuck around to the end, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everyone who has given me so much support over this channel.
My friends and family have been just showing so much love to me and encouraging me, and I really appreciate that. I really, really do.
I will link everything that I use down in the description below. Thank you so much for being a part of my journey. I love you very much. Until next time.